Hey everyone. So since the interruptions from yesterday because I had to go to bed last night. So where were we about the Tinkerbell movies? So I think I was doing Tinkerbell and the Secret Tinkerbell and the Secret of the Wings. That's it. And yes, and the part I was up to was about when Tinkerbell was, they're crossing the bridge where the snow is. Helping the bunnies with fun. So that's what I'm up to. Okay, so speaking about that, so I'm sorry about you guys had to about what happened yesterday because it was bedtime last night in the UK. So yeah. So anyway, I just hope everyone can understand that not every world had the same time zone. So anyway, so can I just give you a fair chance by from the bit where I was up to from like yesterday, last night. I'm actually talking about Tinkerbell and the Secret of the Wings, and I was up to the bit when Tinkerbell was crossing the bridge. Okay, so fair enough. So on after this moment, she kind of discovers her wing just floated up like magically. Yes, I know, Tink. Okay, let's just say Tinkerbell was like, wow, beautiful, something like that. It's magical. Okay, so that's just what I'm saying. So yeah, I let's just say that's my fair point. Until suddenly it was interrupted by Fawn saving Tinkerbell, because she doesn't want her, doesn't want Tinkerbell to get her wings, snapped or anything. So, which is which is which is lucky because she didn't got herself hurt or anything, and that's a good thing, right? Yes, it's definitely a good thing. Well, until the hospital scene where Tinkerbell has to be checked in by the doctor, and yes, something like that. Okay, so yeah, until the others kind of find out that even though Tinkerbell was the one who told them about her wings just floated like magically somehow, and everyone was like stunned, like what? Something like that. Okay, fair enough. Until the library scene when Tinkerbell was looking for a book talking about, you know, the wings that magically floated, something like that. But turns out that naughty bookworm ate the pages. I mean, seriously, for goodness sake, bookworm, you really have to eat the pages? Like, really? Stop eating the words! Okay, alright, thank you. Okay. So, anyway, can I just get to the further point by saying that Tinkerbell finally discovered the book about the wings, and she ends up has to go to the where all the snow fairy lives, and that's her mission to do because she wants to see the bookkeeper who owns the book, since the librarian told her so. But she did ask the librarian about where can she meet him, and the librarian said that's not possible because he's also a snow fairy who lives in a snow world, something like that. So yeah, that's the whole say by saying that until Tinkerbell decided to go on a mission by giving her like a winter outfit, and then on her journey to hide in those thingies where all the Tinkers are working with, like each. I think there were white owls, if I'm not mistaken. That's it, because they were sort of like holding these thingy boxes. I don't know what it was they were holding inside these boxes, but That's all I can possibly say because sometimes I don't know what's going on that moment. So anyway, until a bit of an accident happens, like Tinkerbell sort of fell out of the thing, but she didn't wanted to let go because she just wanted to get spotted or something like that by the snow fairies, which she is lucky that she didn't on that point until she has to go and meet, um, well, the the owner of the book, the bookkeeper. Yeah, until suddenly that's where her wings sort of started floating again. Until suddenly a voice is being heard, and we don't know who that is. I mean, seriously, when I first heard that voice, I was like, who the hell is that? I mean, really? Okay, so something like that. And I bet you guys will probably feel the same when you first watched it the first time. Yeah. So anyway, until that very moment when the bookkeeper was talking to that other fairy, the snow fairy, of course, and then he sort of saw Tinkerbell appeared out of nowhere, and he said something to that snow fairy, and when the snow fairy like turned around, she saw Tinkerbell as well, and they both were like, "Who the hell are you?" I mean, something like that. They didn't exactly said it. I just saying it for an example. It's just the way of their own reaction when they met the first time, and they were like, "Your wings floating too? How strange." Something like that. Until they both just kind of like sort of have this sort of suspicions, like suspicious of why their wings floated together or somehow, something like that. So yeah, that's all I have to say until the couple of minutes after that. As we all get to learn that both Tinkerbell and the Snow Fairy are sisters. I mean, wow. I mean, because I remember the first time I watched that scene when I first went to see that film back in 2012. I was like, what? Really? How shocking. I mean, would you imagine meeting your very long lost sibling? Something like that. But I guarantee that both Tinkerbell and that Snow Fairy are actually twin sisters, actually, because they were born together. So that's why that makes them twins. Because if you think about it, if you born on the same day as someone else who you're related to, that makes you a twin. And besides, my best friend Sophie is a twin herself. I know you guys will find it surprising, but it is true. And I have met her brother a couple of few times before. He is alright sometimes, yeah, but I'm not going to say anything much about him because it's quite personal, so I'd rather keep it that way. And I hope Sophie can understand that because sometimes none of you will understand why. So yeah. So anyway, can I just say until the Snow Fairy reveals her name, Periwinkle? Yeah, that's her name. I always find that name really cute to be honest, because it's just so cute. Okay. Until both Tinkerbell and Periwinkle like introducing to each other and sort of like getting to know each other and all that until sometimes late in the film that that song about Great Divide by these what's the names again? The sisters who sing together that song. Oh, I don't know. Well, if you think about it, I know one of those girls are actually called China. It's actually a name for one of those girls, and I believe she's the same girl who plays Uma from Descendants 2 and 3. I know you guys will find it probably surprising, but it is her after all. And she also did the voice of Freddy in Descendants TV show before she actually plays Uma in the live action movies. I know it's surprising, but I'm not here to talk about Descendants. I'm just saying. So anyway, Besides, I love that song, Great Divide, because it's just so catchy. Like, Great Divide, la la la, sing it together, sisters, besties, high five. Okay. I mean, you can't be best friends with your own sister or brother, and it's pretty normal, really, because if you if you feel that way, then yes. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so I got this one comment just before I could possibly go ahead. Someone asked me if I am excited for something that's coming on Saturday this week, and it's going to be Doctor Who. Yes, I can't wait. It's coming out the 25th November, and I can't wait. Okay, but I don't want to get too focused on that because I want to focus on TinkerBell movies. So anyway, I hope the person can understand that. So anyway, now let's just say um so let's just say Periwinkle introduced Tinkerbell to her own friends. Yeah, well, let's just say I forgot the names now. I think one of them were called Sky, and I forgot the other one was called now. So yeah. Anyway, so let's just say well. Okay, can I just get that bit because it's getting a bit too stressful for me to remember things. So anyway, a couple of minutes later, when Tinkerbell friends helped her to let Periwinkle to be on this sort of boat thingy, with the snow all around her, so Periwinkle doesn't get hibernated by the sun. So until somehow she kind of did because the snow was getting too low. But they did try to get her back to her home in time, but it was too late though. I mean, I know the mean well, but I have to be honest with you guys. I know Tinkerbell very well, as in I know Tinkerbell means well and all, but I had to say it is her own fault anyway, even though she did make a mistake. But it's okay to make a mistake, but sometimes I think you need to think twice before making a mistake, because yes, obvious reason. Okay, so until the next minute, until that Snow King and Queen Clarion, when they sort of end up meeting each other again, which is kind of it's kind of confusing for all of us to get to know that they both sort of have a sort of love thing for one another. Well, and that's why they had this sort of rule in the first place about no fairies ever dare cross the bridge where the snow is or where the summer is. So like that. I know. Well, that's just the way things are, and that's just the part of life. I mean, sometimes we can't change that because that's just the way things are. I mean, really. I know it can be hard for all of us to get used to, but that's just the way things are. So we have to do what we have to do, without arguments. So anyway, until both the Snow King explained to Periwinkle, whilst Queen Clarion explained to Tinkerbell about what really the reason and why, and I'm glad that they did to make us to understand why, for whatever reason. So yeah, but you got to admit, even myself had to admit, I mean, I do feel sorry for both Tinkerbell and Periwinkle, but I also feel sorry for Queen Clarion and that Snow King, Believe me, I just find it upsetting, being separated. Because I do not want that happen to me and Sophie. No, because if that ever did, I'll be really, really sad and angry at the same time. And I know Sophie very well that she'll feel the same way. Yes, I know you're going to agree with me on this point there, Sophie, if you are watching my video. So yeah, anyway, so let's just say sometime late in the film, with it, I think it was a storm was coming, I think, and it was, let's just say the snow was sort of starting to affecting the Pixie Hollow tree, and all the warm. Just hang on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that. So yeah, so what I was trying to say that about this whole thing about the snow affecting the Pixie Hollow tree, and all the warm fairies and TinkerBell herself have to save the tree. So yeah, until that very moment, TinkerBell has to go back to where Penguinwinkle is, and she has to ask Periwinkle and her friends to help. And I'm glad they did, because I mean, it's kind of complicated to explain, when it comes to, thinking whatsoever. So anyway, so yeah, after this whole thing about saving the whole pixie world, yeah, so it's something like that. So yeah, so that's all I have to say. Okay, just hang on for a second. Oh, thirsty. Good. Anyway, sorry about that. Just needed to drink because I'm thirsty. Okay. So anyway, so let's just say, like I said, after this whole business saving the whole Pixie Hollow, after that was when everyone was like celebrating, like happy, like, yay, we finally did it, something like that, until suddenly Periwinkle noticed something's wrong with TinkerBell, and TinkerBell just revealed her wing is broken. I mean, oh no, poor TinkerBell. Oh my goodness. I feel sorry for you, Tink. Aw, you're welcome, Tink. Okay, alright. So let's just say I feel sorry for Tink for that point, until Periwinkle decided to have her wings and TinkerBell's wings together, and then suddenly the zap bit, like, bing, like, what is the word that those girls said again? Jinkles. I think so. I can't. Oh, come on, Cansbuckle. Fix your Disney brain. Okay. And then suddenly the magic sort of like TinkerBell and Periwinkle was like, what's going on? And then suddenly the magic just fixed TinkerBell's wing. And that's a good thing. And I'm glad it did. Wow. Maybe that's the only way to cure the wings. So it's no wonder why TinkerBell was suspicious with the wings in the first place. Because the both wings once you stand next to someone and your wings touch to one another's, let's just say it just sort of cure a broken wing. Yeah, it's no wonder why. Yes. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, so okay, until everyone are celebrating as usual again, doing ice skating. I mean, to be honest, I did try ice skating like once or twice when I was younger, a long time ago, and every time I try to practice, I keep falling down, hit my bottom. I mean, seriously. Okay, no laughing, please. Okay, all I'm saying that I just don't like it when you have to fall and hit your bottom. I mean, ow, that hurts. I mean, really? It reminds me from this Peppa Pig episode, actually. I mean, really. Okay. Um, hmm. Until that sort of love and awkward sort of moment between Rosetta and that snow fairy boy. And I don't know what his name is again, but I know he and Rosetta herself has sort of thing. Okay. Give me a break. You two. Okay. Okay. Until suddenly it's the end of the film. So yeah, let's just say I just love the movie as much as you guys do. Yeah, tell me about it. Mhm. Okay. So okay, after that film, it was Tinkerbell and the Pirate Fairy with this new character. I think it was Zarina. I think that's how you pronounce her name. So yeah. So anyway, let's just say she's like at first she was a fairy dust. No, dust fairy. That's it. I keep getting mixed up. Every time I keep say fairy something, but it's actually the other way around, as in reverse dust fairy. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys, but you have to bear with me, like me need to keep up with my own words. So anyway, so let's just say she had this sort of obsession with the pixie dust and all that, and until that very moment, with Tinkerbell helping her. Well, let's just say Tinkerbell was hesitate at first, but until Zarina sort of, pressuring her to be involved. Poor Tinkerbell, she doesn't deserve to be dragged into it. Hey. Okay. So yeah, let's just say I feel sorry for Tink because she nearly got herself hurt after this whole accident with the gardening pixie dust. I mean, Serena, really? Okay, seriously. Don't get me wrong, she is nice, but sometimes there are a few moments that I do find Serena can be a bit a pain. But that's just my opinion. And I'm sorry if I hate you guys' feelings who loves her, but that's just my opinion. So please respect that as I will respect yours. Okay, so later in the film, where everything was like normal until this whole stage play sort of things going on, and all the favors are gathering around, and then suddenly Serena came back, but she looks so different. Not totally different, if you get what I mean, but she's more like a pirate sort of fairy, and it's no wonder why it's called Tinkerbell and a fairy. Sorry, and the pirate fairy in the first place. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. Until she has to use those sleepy thingy dust to turn everyone into a sleep. Like sleeping beauties. Shoo. Yes, okay, alright. I'm just saying, I'm not here to make you guys laugh. Okay, maybe I am. You got to admit it. Okay. Alright, and then Tinkerbell and her friend discovered about it, and they also discovered Serena, and they have to follow her because she stole the pixie dust thingy bag, whatever it was, and the girls had to stop her from taking it. But it kind of failed. And you know why? Serena did something stupid. She phrased something, whatever it was, like pixie dust or whatever it was. It sort of turned Tinkerbell and her friends into different nature fairies. Like, okay, now this is getting confusing every day. Like, Tinkerbell is, well, water fairy. Iridressa is, was she a gardening fairy? Yep, that's it. Fawn, I think she's the light fairy. And Silvermist, I think she's the wind fairy. That's it. And Rosetta, she is an animal fairy. And yes, of course, the crocodile's mama. Yeah, you got it. Like, really? That moment with the baby crocodile? Oh, I mean, it is cute, don't get me wrong, but I believe it's the baby version of that crocodile in that Peter Pan movie. Well, it's definitely him. I'm telling you, it's him, alright, as a baby. He is cute, to be fair, but in the original film of Peter Pan, when the crocodile is an adult, well, he scares me when I was a kid, to be honest. He doesn't scare me now, but he did used to. It's just the way, that tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay. I do find it funny, don't get me wrong, that tick tock sort of moment, with Cat and Hawk being a baby. But let's just say, it's just the way the crocodile looks like in the original film of Peter Pan. That's what scares me when I was a kid, nothing else. So yeah. So anyway, that's my fair point by saying. And you never guess what video is. Yes, exactly. She's a tinker. Alright, stop arguing, video. Oh, just shut it. Okay, alright, okay. Sorry about that. Video here is talking nonsense. TinkerBell, will you please deliver? Thank you. Okay, so where was I? Sorry about that. Naughty video. You always have to interrupting me. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so where was I? Okay, until we'll all get to meet a young version of Captain Hook, James something Hook. Yeah, that's his name actually, James Hook. But I think he has a middle name, if I'm not mistaken, because it said so on the Disney Wikipedia. So yeah, and let's just say he's the reason why Serena was a pirate fairy in the first place. Yeah, tell me about it. But let's just say, I kind of find it really wrong. I mean, why is she waiting for Captain Hook? Really? No, that's just getting out of hand. Until the moment when Tinkerbell and her friends sort of, on the ship thingy, yeah, trying to find and take that thingy pixie dust back. Yeah, until Serena caught them and they tried to escape, or something like that. Yeah, well, tell me about it. Until Captain Hook trapped one of them, and the others was still out there. Yeah, tell me about it. And I think the pirate started singing on that moment. I think so. I'm sometimes not really good at remembering some bits of that film, to be honest, because it's been a long time since the last I saw it. So yeah, it is alright, to be fair, the song, but I'm not really much a fan of it, if I have to be honest with you boys and girls, including you, Sophie. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that's just my opinion. I hope everyone can understand that. Ooh, okay. So anyway, let's just say, so okay, can I just get some bits, because there are some few things I can't really remember the most, but I do remember some things like when Captain Hook betrayed Zarina. Yeah, selfish cock in the face. Like, you know what, Captain Hook? I'm so gonna give you the hook and give you the codfish so you can eat that for your tea. Yum yum yum. Not really. Okay, so let's just say, well, that's the thing. I do find it funny sometimes when people call him a codfish, but do you guys think it's a bit too harsh though? I mean, just because you don't like someone, I don't think it's really nice to call someone that you not really like or something, or neutral or whatever. I just think it's a bit selfish of those type of people, to be honest. Not to hate you guys' feelings, but I'm only saying it as a fact by saying that you can't always just go and call it nasty name to someone that you barely know or you don't like or neutral whatsoever, because I learn this all the time, every day. So yeah, um, okay, okay. So all I'm saying that it's not nice. Okay, so in this whole battle scene where Serena finally realized her mistake and she finally worked with Tinkerbell and Tinkerbell's friends, which is good of her to do so. I'm sorry, she's not that bad after all. I mean, I thought she's going to be another villain, but luckily she didn't. Well, it is a good thing, right? And I know some of you may not a fan of Serena or whatever her name is, but that's all I'm saying. So yeah, I had to search her name again. It's harder to remember what her name is, but I can just call her Serena for just for now for this video, because I can't really remember, because it depends on the name of some characters, because I don't always remember some names on some characters, to be fair. So please bear with me, okay, guys? Thank you. Let's just say until at the end, after this whole battle scene with Captain Hook, Tinkerbell, Serena, and the other fairies went back to Pixie Hollow, saving the other fairies, put them back awake, like, rise and shine, sleeping beauties, or sleeping fairies, were you at it? Yeah, tell me about it. Until this whole thing celebrating and each fairy, as in Tinkerbell and her friends, turn back into their normal selves again, which is good, have their own nature back again, which is good anyway. Yeah, so anyway, so here we go and now we're here to talk about the last film, Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Never Beast. Okay, so can I just be honest? I really like that film because it's just so good. But can I just be honest? the first time I went to see it back in 2000, was it 15 or 16? I would say 16 because that's how I remembered. And I remember it was my dad who took me to see it. Um, it was in Edge Lane that we went to see the film, and let's just say I remember I got upset sometimes after the moment when Tinkerbell got herself hurt. But I'm not going to pass the whole film quite yet because I haven't started at the beginning yet. So yeah, anyway, so let's just say the film starts with the song as usual, and I think it's called Float. Yeah, I really like that song. It's quite catchy and really awesome and good. And it has Fawn as the main character instead of as Tinkerbell all the time, really. Well, let's just say I don't mind Tinkerbell as the main character, if I have to be honest, but sometimes some of the other characters do deserve to have the movie sometimes too, not just the actual main character for the franchise or whatsoever. But I still like Tinkerbell no matter what. That's all I have to say. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's just say the next moment where Fawn sort of, I think she was being sneaky, and let's just say, if you guys remember, Tinkerbell appeared and she was like helping something with Fawn, and she was asking Fawn what's with the wagon, something like that, and she sort of got her own suspicious on Fawn's behavior, like by saying, I know that look because I invented that look. I mean, really? I have to be honest, that's a really good, quite a catching catchphrase. Wow. That's a really good catchphrase, if I have to be honest with you, Tinkerbell. Yeah, I know. Okay, so let's just say, to be honest, I kind of find it like, whoa, like a baby eagle. I mean, really. Don't get me wrong, it is cute, but the way that those fairies, with these weapons and all that, had to put that poor little baby eagle into a net just because it was scared. I mean, really? Poor baby eagle. It doesn't deserve it. It's only a baby. I mean, I know some people may say it doesn't matter if it's a baby or not, but for me, it is. I mean, a baby eagle doesn't harm anyone. Because I met baby eagles a few times before in real life, and they are so adorable. Oh, so cute. I wish I could give them a little stroke. Even though I did a couple of times the last I've been there, that place where I saw those eagles and owls and birds and whatsoever. Or parrots. not like pirates from the ship or something like that, but a parrot is actually a bird. Because let's just say pirates and parrot are both different actually. I know it can be sound similar, but it's spelled differently. So pirate on the ship is spelled like this: Pirate. But the parrot, the bird, is spelled like this: Parrot. Yeah, that's how you spell it. I know some of you already know how to spell it or whatsoever, but not everyone knows that. So that's why I'm only doing it for example. So I hope everyone knows who already aware of the spelling of the words can understand that not everyone can spell whatsoever. So we have to respect those people who have this sort of trouble with spellings. I mean, I get it all the time, so you can't possibly blame me, and I can't possibly blame you if you feel the same way. Yeah, tell me about it. So yeah. So where was I? until after this whole attack, Queen Clarence talked to Fawn about her love for the animals can sometimes can cause danger, which you can't possibly blame Clarion for being protective for all the fairies, including herself and Fawn. Even though she can be protective for the animals too, but sometimes what if Clarion is trying to say that sometimes you can't always have to put yourself first all the time, because sometimes you need to think about other people's feelings about whatever the situation is, you know. So yeah, yeah. And I do feel sorry for Fawn though, although she is in her own fault anyway. So don't get me wrong, but still, I feel sorry for her. So later on, she was like helping the bunnies, something like that. And then suddenly, a roar sound just came out of nowhere. And Fawn was like, "No, that's getting weird every day." I mean, don't get me wrong, she's not the only one who heard it. The other fairies heard it as well. I mean, if I was in TinkerBell's world, I would definitely hear that. I would be like, "Oh my god, is there a giant monster or something?" Or it could be someone's big belly, or you know, like rumble, 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 like a cookie monster from Sesame Street. Yeah, just saying. Okay. So let's just say. Mm, So yeah, until a couple of like after that, when those thingy babies, whatever they call themselves again, who know these weapons, I can't even figure out what those things they were called, whatever those babies were calling them, but I just used the word weapon, weapons, yeah. So yeah, so they were asking each fairy, "Do you know what that sound could be?" And or if they heard or something like that. And some of them were like, "Well, I don't know. I don't really know." Something like that. I told the leader of those fairies with the weapons, whatever her name was again, and she was asking Fawn if she heard the noise, and of course she did. And let's just say Fawn was pretending that she didn't, and let's just say she was doing like, what kind of roar was it like? And then she was doing like this sort of game, like, does it sound like, "Rawr!" And then she was like, "Fawn!" And then suddenly Fawn was like, "Yeah, if you hear the one that we just heard, run." Okay, I mean seriously now, Fawn, seriously. Yeah. So yeah, until a couple of minutes later, Fawn was wandering around, and she went off to investigate what's the sound came from. And then suddenly she met the sort of creature who's actually really giant, bigger size than Fawn is. Yeah. Sorry. Ugh. Oh, that drink is. Ugh. Sorry. I was thirsty. So yeah. So anyway, let's just say that moment when Fawn was like, because she saw something stuck in that creature's foot. Yeah, and it was sort of, and I don't know what it was, but it looks like it's a phone, like a really sharp phone. It's like a stick, but that's what I can't get the word right, but that's how I could possibly describe it. Yeah. Um. So that's how I could possibly describe. So yeah. Um. Sorry, my throat. So yeah. Uh. Well, let's just say she was trying to help by trying to take it out, but the monster sort of roared as usual, which did give me a fright, like jump scare, like that, just like that. Excuse me. Um. Um. Okay, so boy, oh boy, I think that was when that creature was playing or something, like building something with these rocks, and that's what I was trying to talk about actually. Yeah, tell me about it. So yeah, yeah, suddenly then Fawn was trying to get to know what that creature was. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, can I just be honest? In case I just not to be rude, but I'm not here to answer anyone's questions. So if you don't mind, just I'm trying to focus on talking about the review on movies above TinkerBell. So I hope everyone can understand that. Sorry if I hate your feelings, but sometimes I can't just answering each questions all the time because sometimes I need to focus on what I'm doing in the video. Sorry about that. So anyway, so I just say that I just feel sorry for the Never Beast. That's that's when Fawn finds out that the creature is the Never Beast. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. Anyway, I actually kind of find it confusing about what is the Never Beast building. I mean, really? I mean, let's just say I always find it funny and weird at the same time. Like, is he building a tower or something? So yeah, that's why I have to be honest with you guys, boys and girls. Let's just say, don't get me wrong, I do find it interesting. You know, I do sometimes build up a tower or building. With the building blocks. Yeah, I used to play building blocks when I was a kid, to be honest, and they're quite awesome. Yeah, I sometimes remember I had this sort of memory. I used to play the plastic ones of the building blocks, and I used to play them in the bath. Yeah. Sorry if I got you said there cringe there, guys. Sorry about that. I just remembered that memory. I was only a kid, so can't possibly blame me for mentioning it. Yeah. So anyway, okay, so sorry about that. Can I just be honest? I'm actually trying to, you know, eating and drinking at the same time while talking. So I just hope everyone can understand that I usually have my snack time around this time at night in the UK. It's only around just went 5 minutes past 9. So I hope everyone can just bear with me because I'm still eating. So I can still talk while eating, even though I don't, don't want to chew and talk at the same time because that can be rude. But I try at least try not to. So yeah, can I just be honest? I like the bit when Fawn got her other friends to meet the Nether Beast, and I had to be honest. The way was said, it was like the way she reacts, like, oh my goodness, the Nether Beast, something like that. So yeah, you can't possibly blame Rosetta, can you? I mean, can we? Well, really. And yeah, and they had this sort of plan. Let's just say about the get talking to Queen Clarion, something to do about the nether beast about whether if it's allowed to keep the nether beast with, whatever. Let's just say, and when Fawn was talking to Clarion about it, TinkerBell and the others were like, "Nether beast, come back here! Stop it! I will you!" Like, something like that. Yeah. Tell me about it. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, and then while that conversation was still like blah blah blah, chit chat. Yeah. You get the joke, Sophie. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that then. Okay, so a couple of next minutes, I think this whole thing about the Nether Beast going crazy, because not in a bad way, no way, because he saw the green light in the sky, and then suddenly it affected his eyes for some strange reason. I can't even know why, because it's just so confusing. I don't know if you guys don't mind me asking if you know the reason why he got affected by the green light. I hope everyone's been able to answer my question. So yeah, can I just say, yeah. So wait, hang on. Oh yeah, that's it. Until Fawn went to find him, and she noticed something's wrong with him. Yeah. And then suddenly, those fairies, with the weapons, came out of nowhere, and then started to try to find him, because after what happened. Yeah. And then suddenly, Fawn found him again somewhere, where the snow is, and that's no wait, it was Tinkerbell. Sorry, got mistake, because Tinkerbell was calling for the Nether Beast, whatever you guys call him again. Yeah, so all I'm saying that Tinkerbell was trying to warn him that those fairies were actually coming, on the way to come and get him, like, not like really like get him to pick him up, like trying to attack him, which I found out a bit cruel, to be fair. I mean, poor Neverbeast doesn't deserve this. I mean, seriously, I feel sorry for him. I feel bad at the same time, but I'm also feel sorry for Tinkerbell, because I thought, if you think about it, on that very moment, Tinkerbell saw something wrong with him, and then suddenly he pushed it away. Although it later explained why he pushed it out the way, because Tinkerbell explained the reason why he did it, for a reason to Fawn, that he never meant to hurt her, but to save her, because there was a tree coming. And besides, the Neverbeast did the good thing to save Tinkerbell, because he didn't want Tinkerbell to be hurt. Besides, they're both our friends. That's the whole point. I mean, I still love him. He is nice, after all. He's not always that bad. Yeah, well, actually, I think I'm starting to remember his name now. Was it Gruff? I thought I know his name. Stupid head. Okay. So yeah. So let's just say Gruff was just being protective, and that's what friends do, and that's what our friends are for, Because I would definitely do the same thing for Sophie if there was a tree coming to her, or if there was a tree come to me, Sophie would do the same thing for me. Like, Sophie, save me. And she was like, okay, come to save you. Something like that. Alright. Yeah, I know, Sophie, and if you already are watching, I know you will agree with me. Okay. So yeah. But still, I feel sorry for Tink, though. Although because actually that was the moment I was crying for a reason, because I did remember I did mention before that I was crying my eyes out because the scene where I thought TinkerBell was going to get killed off, but luckily she didn't, because I don't want anything bad to happen to TinkerBell. She's my favorite character. I would never want anything bad happen to Tink. She's the best Disney fairy. I mean, seriously. Besides, it wouldn't be Disney without TinkerBell now, would it? You know? Sorry about it. So anyway, until later on, Fawn went to find Gruff again, saving him, and then there's fairies again attacking him. I mean, all those fairies will just leave poor Gruff alone. I mean, seriously. And then suddenly, Fawn had this sort of idea by going along with Gruff to the sky, doing something, whatever the Fawn was up to, and something to do with the green light. And then suddenly, the green light sort of, I don't know what's going on, and then suddenly, it all went slow motion, like, something like that. And I had to be honest. Oh my goodness. I know you guys will feel the same way as I was at first when I first saw the movie. I mean, really, I thought something's going to bad happen to Fawn and even Gruff. I mean, I don't want anything bad happen to them. And I bet you guys will definitely say the same thing. So yeah, and just hang on. Okay. So yeah. Okay, finished. So anyway, can I just say, I just want to say that I feel sorry for both Fawn and Gruff. And then when the girls were asking if Fawn's going to be okay, and then the doctor's like giving the like a no sign of, like nodding. Yeah. And the others were like, no. I mean, that's what I thought too. I mean, really. Oh no. Please don't die, Fawn. Okay, and then soon Fawn is alive. Yeah. Well, thank goodness for that. Thank you, Disney. You wouldn't be the same without Fawn either. And luckily, the Gruff is okay too. Yeah. But sadly, we won't be able to see the Gruff again because he has to go back to his home. I mean, it's so sad. That also got me into tears. Like, tell me about it, but like I said on my community post yesterday, that I am emotional in real life, so can't possibly blame me for being emotional, but that's just the way I am. So yeah, it depends on some moments in some of each Disney movies, but not just Disney in peculiar. It could be any film. So yeah. So that's the end of the film. So after that, when my dad and me had to leave the cinema, and he rang my mom, and And then I spoke to my mum on the phone, and then I started like crying again. I told her that I thought TinkerBell was going to die, and even if she didn't, which is good. And the last scene of the film, yeah. Well, can I just say, I was really sad. Yeah. And then we went to McDonald's after that film, after that point, back in 2016. Yeah. I just love McDonald's. Yep. Chicken nuggets. Okay. Shut up, Caitlin. So yeah, let's just say I just hope I really enjoyed my video, and I'm sorry if I keep pausing a couple of times in this video because I keep getting interrupting every time. But and sometimes me can stutter my own words and eating my snack at the same time. So anyway, just hope everyone can understand that every time around like 9, I always have this sort of routine after tea time, even though I already had my tea ages ago. But yeah, I always have to think about my routine, just like you guys do. It's okay if some of you who hasn't got any routine, that's totally fine, but it depends on the person. But let's just say, yeah. So anyway, I hope I didn't bore you guys. So I'll leave you guys to it, and I hope you have a good day. And yet it's going to be my birthday tomorrow, and I'm going to be 23. Yeah, really lucky for me. So anyway, like I said, sorry about this whole happening in this live video. So yeah, and yes, okay. So if you're new to my channel, be free to subscribe and give it a like, and make sure you press the notification bell so you can see my videos every day. And I'll catch you guys another time. And if I have my time, if I get the chance, I can always do a live video talking about my birthday and all, but it has to be later, though, in maybe sometimes in the evening time as usual, because that's my usual time when doing the live video. And I promise you guys, you won't be able to hear me drinking or eating. No way, Jose. I'll be sure I will do my snack first and then do the live video, because what's the point on doing a live video before snack time? So anyway, sorry about that. So I'll catch you guys on tomorrow, and yes, of course, another stream video tomorrow. So yeah, bye everyone. Bye. Good night, Sophie.